Hey YouTube, my name's Thomas. This is one of my little wizards, Thomas TitanSlinger, and we're just here to give a quick little video tutorial on how to use rugs and small mats to glitch objects around the home, or how to put objects into positions that you couldn't normally put them if you were just trying to place them down. I always use only small blue trim rugs and tatami mats. You can actually use any small rugs or mats that you please or find if you attach them end to end. I just happen to use tatami mats and small blue trim rugs, and you can buy both of those at the bazaar or the tatami mats from the housing vendor in Mushu. I'm going to screen through this really quickly today because if you need to see anything again, you can pause and rewind and stop and watch it again. So I'm going to throw down a couple of aquariums to use as a demo today. And I'm just going to quickly show the tatami mat and small blue trim rug. You can see they're placed end to end so that the tatami mat's actually just slipped underneath the rug there. The other thing just to show is the limitations of where you can put objects. So I can only put it up to about that close on each side and in front of the aquarium, but I can't actually sort of merge them together and do cool stuff like that. Now if I select the small blue trim rug here and move it, you'll see both of the rugs and mats move around at the same time. If I now slide that in just underneath my object here, housing item, the aquarium, and you'll see the tatami mat edge is just slipped in underneath the edge of the aquarium there, and I select the tatami mat, I can now move all of those items around. I can stick them wherever the tatami mat is going to sit, so I can't stick that right into the wall, but the tatami mat here sits about that far away from the wall, and I can sink that item back into the wall about that far. Now if I select the small blue trim rug here, I can slide it back out from underneath the aquarium, and I can bring it back here and slide it underneath this aquarium, select the tatami mat, and now I can move that item up over the top of or into the wall and over the top of the other item and kind of create a layered effect. Now to get rid of the mats, I would select the small blue trim rug here and move it out the way and then pick it up. I'm actually going to select the tatami mat again, and I can move that back out of where I've put it. I can right mouse click and drop it back into position there, and I pick up the small blue trim rug, pop that in underneath this aquarium and select that tatami mat and move this aquarium out of the way. So you can sort of pick and choose with the objects and using the rugs and mats once you've placed the items down. You'll see around this tree here, if I try and place this aquarium around the tree, the tatami mat's actually sort of limited in where it's going to sit around the tree. It doesn't really want to go too close, and I certainly can't put the aquarium around the tree. If I wanted to put my aquarium around the tree, I could lay down a long blue runner, grab these at the bazaar also, and stick it end to end with another tatami mat like that. Now if I select that tatami mat and go to move it, you'll see the long blue runner comes with it, and if I rotate the mouse scroll and flip it around, I can sit it just along and under the tree like that. That's perfect. If I now go back and select this tatami mat and go to move it, rotate it, you'll see that it sits onto the long blue runner here, and not only that, but I can actually get it almost through the other side of the tree. The tatami mat's going to sit right up to the trunk on the long blue runner there. I can flip it over there a little bit and bring it back here. I actually think right about... you know what it is? I don't have the mat centered on the aquarium here. So I'm just going to select the blue trim rug and stick that there. Try that again. There we go. Okay. That's actually quite good. That's as good as I'm going to get it, and fairly well centered around the tree. Now to remove the rugs. I tend to be quite cautious in this regard. The number of times I've spent ages setting up a placement of an object, and then I picked up the rugs and everything came with it, and it's just an absolute disaster. So I tend to be, again, overly cautious. I select the rugs and I just move them out of the way rotate them around, just get them out of the way and then pick them up, just to make sure that the object doesn't come with it. In the event that the object does attach to the mat and comes with it when you go to move it, if I were to move this small blue trim rug and the aquarium was attached to the end of the tatami mat still, I can right mouse click and let it all drop back into place there. So if the aquarium was stuck to the end, I right mouse click and it drops back into place. And I can then grab another small rug or mat out of my backpack. I could use a tatami mat, or I could use a small blue trim rug or any other mat that you happen to have. Just place it so that it's touching the mat there, and then rotate my mouse scroll, and you'll see that rug drop right out of the way. Now I right mouse click and the mat that I've used to rotate the mat out of the way drops back into my backpack there, and then I can pick this mat up. So this tatami mat that's still under the aquarium, if I were to select that and pick it up, it would pick up my item too, and that's just, again, an absolute disaster. So if I were to move it, the aquarium's going to come with it. So I right mouse click and it drop back into place, and I grab a small rug out of my backpack or a mat, just touch it so that it's overlapping, rotate my mouse scroll, right mouse click, and then I can pick that mat up. And there we go, just a couple of quick little tips and tricks using long blue runners and small mats to place items and to get a bit of extension, and how to pick mats up if they do attach to the item. Just remember to move the mats first, just to make sure you don't pick the item up. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked, please subscribe, and I'll catch you again soon for some more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.